Hello and welcome to chapter 1, lecture number 4. This lecture is all about motivation and inspiration. Maybe one of the most important things when working on scenes. So my motivation is that I'm inspired by medieval scenes. And I don't know why, but I have this feeling when I walk in cities and I see medieval buildings, I get these goosebumps. So it inspires me when I walk in these cities. So also when I start working on a 3D scene, I have to find a subject that motivates me to work on it. So it doesn't matter what kind of subject that is. It can be a car, it can be a modern architecture or a space scene. But when you start working on a large scene and it's going to take several weeks, for example, it is very important that you have this motivation and inspiration before do anything. Because what will happen if you don't have it is you will start with a lot of energy because you have something in your mind. And after one day, after hard working, like you have a couple of objects and you think, I like to see the final result, and you start putting these things together and you make your render and you think, nah, whatever, and you quit. And I'm talking from my own experience because when I started with 3D modeling, this happened with me all the time. I had a good idea and I thought, well, I'm going to make this. But it turns out that I didn't have this inspirational or motivation thing inside of me. So for me, that started when I saw beautiful paintings or a sort of a scene, a city scene that I thought, wow, how does it look like 400 years ago? And then I was like, oh, I really want to know that. And I made a sort of a file. I wrote down, well, I want to make this scene and I need 4 or 5 buildings. I need a couple of trees and maybe some grass. And then I knew how much time it will cost. So I had this motivation, I had a plan, and then I started to work. And after a day, I just quit my work, and the next day I continued to work on it. And in the end, I put everything together, and then I made the final scene render with a good result. But this thing that you are stuck in your scene is because of a lack of inspiration or motivation. Both can happen. And it will help you to think about these things, that you organize yourself pretty well. If you just want to make a small model, you can do that. But if you really want to make this dream scene, what is in your mind, what you have maybe for years, or what is just, be prepared, because it's very important. And another thing is, try to be unique as a designer. I could recommend doing that because it makes sense for who you are. For example, if you watch my designs, you will always see a sort of a downfall or medieval buildings, and people start recognizing that. Not that I'm doing that just for fun, but I love this subject so much, and there are not a lot of designers who focus on that point, that when I release a new design, most of the people who see it and have seen works before, they know it's coming from me. So it will really help if you get really into a subject you really love and get very, very good at it. So yeah, just that. So this is the end of this lecture. I hope it helps you a little bit. Don't get scared. I just want to help you with the motivation, inspiration, but try to find it. All right, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.